Hi, crafty friends. Come on in. All right. So this is our 1 minute break. If you happen to see this on the replay, you can join the stretching or you can fast forward. I can feel the upper. No, I did it yesterday. Okay, so this is the second day soreness. Upper body workout I did yesterday. So I always give it about a minute so that my friends that are going to jump on and watch live have that moment to get the notification and they can come on in and join me. Oh, sweet mamas. It has been a busy week and it's only Wednesday, but in a good way. All right. So, yeah. Wednesday. Getting a little neck circle. Oh. Okay. We're going to have some fun. We're going to make the cutest little card. Yes, we are. It's going to be super cute. All right, let's do it. Hi, crafty friends. It's Audra Monk, the Crafty Yogi, and welcome to the Crafty Corner and a little wacky Wednesday fun. Okay, I think I'm okay to not have to press any buttons there. All right, so it is Wednesday, February 11, 2026. So that will pertain specifically to any of the offers from me or Stampin' Up! And to this product. However, this card layout, well, mine's not going to be embossed. It's going to be okay. The card layout you could use anytime. And actually, I should totally give a plug for my friend, couple, friend acquaintances, about this card layout book. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to grab the book so I can show it to you. Hold on. Many apologies. All right, but I'm not going to emboss this background, and it will be totally fine. Okay, so here we go. Let's show you the desk. Ding. Boy, that desk looks a little messy today. It looks a little janky. I'm going to pop down here in the corner. Okay, and then we're going to see if we can fix this. I wonder if it's the angle. Do I have the thing on a slightly better? All right, so where'd it go? Oh, it's on the desk. This is my super fancy flyer that has all the things I want to tell you. It's the same one from last week, although I just added a few things to it. So let's see. Bonus days coupons. If you earn them by shopping in January, you want to shop in February so you can use them, and you'll need those code numbers to enter in to save those $5, 5, 10, 15, whatever it is you earned. Join me. You can get a free Stampin' Positioner, which I showed you last week, although I haven't played with it yet. You can get that for free if you join my team in through March 2nd. And you also, when you join, you pick $125 a product, and it's only $99, and there's free shipping. That is a good savings. Cruise with me in July. I am looking for 4 crafters to come with us. I actually have 4 rooms. And of course you could choose a balcony room. I could price that out for you. That's why my mom is coming and some friends came. And so, 2 of the ladies are not crafting and 2 are, which since I'm the travel agent and the craft retreat leader, I can play with that a little bit. But anyway, I'd love for you to come cruise with me in July. It's going to be tropical with a little Christmas. It'll be fun. We're going to do lots of beachy things, hopefully. Okay. And then we have a lovely catalog that you can get from me if you live in the U.S. Oh, hello from Australia. That's super fun. Australia is on my list of places to go. I will get there. But if you need a catalog and you live local, let me know. I am having, I think that's on open house. I'm having an open house on Sunday, this Sunday the 15th, from 1 to 3 at my house in Frederick, Maryland. Send me a message, send me an email, and I will give you instructions. And you can pick up a catalog there. You can see lots of fun stuff. Anything else? Online exclusives start in March, and I'm not using one of them for the project tonight. All right, we shall begin. So this is the cute little card that we're going to make tonight. This is the card we're going to make at my open house on Sunday. Everyone get this one make and take for free. Isn't it adorable, that cute little sheep? All right, and then while I talk to you about the project, I want to see who knows what DSP this is. Pretty cute. Oh, and so I was going to tell you, so here's my little commercial for another Stampin' Up! Demo, or more than one. I think there were a couple that worked on this. So my Stampin' acquaintance friend Heidi, I can't think what Heidi's last name is. Did she put her thing in? No, they made it all, hold on, let me see if it's at the front. Anyway, they made, oh, there, Heidi Collins. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. And then Jackie Bolheist and Julie Baca. They made this super cute template book, and it has 48 card making templates. I love a card template because it gives me a jump off, right? And if you work a busy job, or you've got a lot of kids at home, or you just don't have a ton of time for your crafting, look how nice this is. So this is my commercial for them. And if you need their information, let me know and I will get it to you. But this is the template I used, number 14. Where'd my card go? I just didn't make it be a pennant because I thought it would just be easier if it was straight across. Background, layer, circle, sentiment. Super cute, huh? Super cute. So it gives you a jumping off. And not only do they give you the card sketch, but they give you examples. Like here they turned it horizontal. Here it is here. I forget, how many do they give you for each template? Maybe you just get 2. Let me see. Yes, so you just get 2. You get 2. And then they showed you the inside. It's a super cute book. I mean, it was not the cheapest thing I've ever bought, but it was probably not the most expensive thing I've ever bought. And I love a card sketch. So anyway, there you go. Creating Made Simple. And that's what I need in my life right now, is Creating Made Simple. All right, so this is the card we're going to make. Let's see. And remember, if you are watching, or even if you're watching the replay, although you'll see it by the time you're watching the replay, tell me what that DSP is. So this is the bundle. It's in the spring catalog. It's called Woolly Friends. And it has, this one is the one you can punch out. See that little circle glowing there? And then the little head. And you could punch out this and put it on and just trim the legs off. Some fun sentiments, little grass, little butterfly. What do you call these? Tulips. Is super cute. And a little punch. And the punch will also punch out the bell and the bow if you want. All right, so because I have it all set up for Saturday. Where's my packet? All right, so this is how I give people their make and takes at my events. It'll usually be in some kind of bag or envelope. So this is the whole little setup. So, oh, that's good. So this helps me know what I'm missing. So card base, card front. We're gonna emboss it on Saturday. I'm not gonna emboss it today. It's gonna be fine. The inside piece, and then my layers of designer series paper. Okay, so I need those. And then if you do punches, you know what? I need another strip. All right, I'm gonna cut this one in half so I can show you. Do I have a trimmer? I don't even have a trimmer. Hold on. I'm gonna step away 1 second and cut this in half. I want you to see. All right, I'm back. Okay, so in this we need to stamp a sheep head, and then we're going to punch those 2 things out. All right, so I use strips when I do classes because if you cut this to a little square, it's going to be very hard for someone to punch it. This is for punching out. Ooh, is my sheep going to fit? Let's take a look. Got everything in my bin. Hold on, I got another piece. All right, I'll use this one. Okay, so in the bin, they need to punch out a circle. We have 2 circles, 2 1/2 and 2 1/4. So I need the 2 1/4. This is gonna be that background circle. We're gonna punch that out. Okay, put that here. And then we need some mossy meadow, and we're gonna punch out the big circle. There we go. So then I put this back in the bin like this because look, you can get 2 more circles out of that. And then you can toss that away. Hey, Beth! Beth, are you gonna come to the open house on Sunday? You totally should come. You should come. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, next, when you're gonna punch out animals or shapes or anything that you have, hey, Lisa, you wanna look at this and you wanna flip it over. And so this shows me that it would be good. I'm going to use this piece. I am going to cut this down smaller for Sunday. You want to stamp it the way it shows up on the punch. It'll go much easier for you. So we are going to stamp our little sheep body with those little legs up in the air. When I cut this down, it'll be the right size and it won't matter because they could punch it from either side. Okay, and then for the head, I'm going to use the smaller strip. Actually, I think I can use this strip. It's even smaller. And I'm going to put the head on here this way. Actually, I lied. I'm going to put the head this way, and I'll show you why. This is only important if you're doing multiples. Oh, Beth will miss you. I hope you got something fun planned, though. Okay, Beth says she can't come. That is all right. All right, what do I need? Yes, okay, so then we need to punch these. Actually, no, we'll punch them and then we'll color them. Okay, so the reason I wanted you to put your sheep head this way is because if I put the paper in this way, look, when I punch him out, I'm gonna waste a lot of paper punching where the sheep body is. If I go from this way, I'm going to waste almost no paper. See, I'm like an evil crafting genius. Look at that. And then if I had another one, click, 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 and I just keep coming. So I'm going to have to put like an arrow on there so I can tell people that. All right, and then the sheep body, it's the reverse. I want it to come from the other side so I have less wasted paper. Okay. See? Look at that. All right, so we got a body and we've got a head, and that's all we need. All right, and then I'm going to show you, you could 100% color this whole thing with your Stampin' Blends, light and dark, layers, and make it really awesome, right? You could. Or you could do the quick version, which looks like this. I don't even know that I need a dark smoky. I'm going to take the light smoky slate, and I am going to go around the edges, and you're going to be like, oh, but that's even kind of dark right there. And you can go all the way around. It'll be fine. I guess I got to write this up for the people coming on Sunday. I was like, oh, I'll make an easy card. It'll be so easy, which it is, but there are steps. Okay, so I went all the way around. Let me show you. So see how there it looks kind of fuzzy, and here it, oops, where is it? Looks less fuzzy. So what you do is you take your color lifter. Now this would be fine. If you don't color lift it, it is totally fine. And then you go around the edges. I taught this a billion years ago. We, when you have a car or a truck window, this is a good way to give it that little bit of texture besides just leaving it white, like unstamped. And you just go around, and it's gonna soften up the color. And you do the ones here. So you're just gonna soften it. Now I should really have one that's not done and one that's done to show you, but I'm gonna see if I can get it to focus. And it makes it a little bit softer. Little bit softer. And then we're gonna do the same thing for its cute little head. Okay, so we got this one, and we're just gonna, I'm gonna color in like the tops of the ears, the little curly Q, and just around the edge. And see how that is so much darker? Can you see those two? I know they're a billion miles away, but there we go. I got the little piece. But then if I take my color lifter, it's kind of like a little bit like using your blender pens, right? Where you could, oh my gosh, you could 100% do this with the blender pens. You would just, well, no you can't. You'd have to use some kind of marker. You would use the markers we don't sell anymore, and then it would work with the blender pen. Or you just add ink from the ink pad. There you go, my sweet little you. Okay, and then you got a little bit of sheep going there. Yay, Emily guessed it. The DSP comes, I just keep calling it the bug paper, but comes from the Cute as a Bug series. I'll show you in a second what's on there. Here's our little guy. We need a dimensional. Yay, I had already forgot I asked. Oh my gosh. If it wasn't for lists and checklists and spreadsheets, I would lose my marbles. All right. How? I don't know. Where do you think it goes? Here? Right there in the middle. He's such a cutie. All right. What else do we stamp? Got a little piece here for the sentiment. And we are going to stamp this one. You're simply fabulous. And we're going to stamp that in the Mossy Meadow. Oops, I didn't get that right, but it'll be okay. And I need to remind myself to re-ink these before Sunday. Let's see if I can stamp it. Ta-da! Oh, and I'm gonna leave that out. Hold on. We've got to stamp the grass. Did I get all the stamps out? Here it is. This little grass, I don't know why, this tickles me. I think it's adorable. It is so adorable. So think about where, you know, my little guy's gonna be here. You could just put it right in the middle, but I kind of like to go like this. I pick a side and I start, and then a little lower, a little higher, oh, or exactly in line. Whatever happens, happens. It's totally fine. Oop, we got to do a little more stamping. The inside piece, I did not attach it, so that way I can show people on Sunday. All right, so we're going to stamp the grass across the bottom. You can stamp as much or as little grass as you want. Okay, and then we're going to stamp this sentiment, sending flowers and sunshine, which I think you could use this as a birthday card, a thinking of you card, you know, a thank you card. There we go. So cute. I love that font. Don't you love that font? That it's just a nice print. Okay, and then do I have my last ink pad out? Nope, here it is. This one I know I need to ink up, but there's this super cute little butterfly right here. And so I was going to have us stamp this one in the petal pink. Look at that. I think you can see the butterfly. There it is. So I'm going to ink up that stuff a little bit better for the weekend. Okay. I'm going to leave those out so I remember. All right. I think we are all stamped up. Now we're just going to put it together. All right. See? So this side of the paper has bugs on it. I do like this piece. Could you do this? You could, but see how you're not really going to see what it is? So I'm going to go with the plaid. So we're going to attach this. All right. So we've got our cute little, like, I don't know, tablecloth looking deal. And I really like this one. Look how cute that is. That is adorable, this little paper. Okay. And we'll get that on. Okay. There we go. That went on slightly crooked, but that's okay. All right, and then we've got our card base. Let's fold that in half. Do I have a bone folder? I do have a bone folder. All right, and then on Sunday, I'm going to have them emboss this with, I don't know, that stripey embossing folder. But today, I'm just going to stick it on. It will be okay. All right. That's going on. Now we're just in the assembly phase. Okay, and then you got our two little pieces. You know what, we could, just for fun. And I do think there's direction in this flower paper. I think there's a little bit of direction. I'm gonna do it this way, on the horizontal. Otherwise you'd be like, why does it matter? But I think that the flowers are going a certain direction. So I'm gonna do this one horizontal. That'll be fun. I haven't done a this or that in a long time. Although people will be like, that one's not embossed. I'm like, I know, but I was making the video. I didn't have time to emboss it because I forgot. All right, I'm going to do this part kind of right in the center, and it's probably going to be crooked because I didn't use my grid paper to help myself line it up. All right, and then next, this piece. And that, all right, let's get myself on some lines. That's going to go kind of in the middle. Okay, and then we punch some circles. This paper, this card has many layers. All right, next, circles going on. Okay, and then we're going to put that in the center. All right, and then we've got little sheepy over here. don't stick Little Sheepy on until you do want to kind of like dry run this a little bit, even though I did just put adhesive on it. You want to know where you're going to put it. Do you want it on that side? And a lot of times I let the DSP tell me where it should go, or do I want it on this side? I kind of want it on that side. And I put that grass kind of high. I don't like that. I want him to be in the middle, so it doesn't matter, right? The grass is behind him. There we go. And then you got to use some dimensionals on this one. I mean, you don't gotta, but I suggest it. Okay. All right. And I'm going to put it, oops, I am going to put it right side up. I'm going to go that would be a good idea. And I'm going to put it high enough that you can still see the grass. You're simply fabulous. Okay, except for I stamped the inside the wrong way. So you know what? We're going to do that really fast because we're going to make it right. All right, that'll work. Let's do that again because this inside was so cute. I can't like not do it. I can't just flip it over. So we're going to do this one again. All right, we got some grass. You're like, Audrey, you're done. I'm like, nope, nope. I have tricked you. There's a lot more grass coming this direction. All right, there's some grass. Here's some sending flowers and sunshine. Oh, I just love that font. So cute. And then, even though it's still kind of faint, here comes our butterfly. There we go. And you know what? I'll just keep that other one because someone will mess up their inside on Sunday and I could give them that one, or we could use the other side. Okay, there's my piece of paper. Ooh, this one's smaller. Well, that's okay. It won't matter. So you could add extra layer. This piece I had sitting here, I guess it was smaller. It's probably from something else. But it actually looks super cute. Look at that. Hold on. Got a little adhesive on the edge. You can use your adhesive eraser or you can use your finger. All right. And there is our card. Look at that. How cute is that? And look at, hold on, tuck that back in. Look at that. So you can make it go either direction and you can have a very happy card. My little sheep is happy. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you like this project. If you're coming to my house on Sunday at the open house, this is what you're going to make. So you should be an expert now. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to be an expert. You know we're going to help you. If you have questions, comments, or requests, you want to know anything about my July cruise, you want to know anything about the Stampin' Positioner freebie offer from Stampin' Up! To join the team, you want to know about how to get a catalog, let me know all of those things. Let me know